Okay, the packet ends with a bunch of groups or summaries of countries. Syria, if you don't know all the stuff that's going on in Syria, like the bombing of Aleppo, and unfortunately the different groups that are fighting in Syria, definitely go check it out. This is current events. We're worried about Syria having chemical weapons. There's Libya, again, an Islamic fundamentalist country, and the guy there is Muammar Gaddafi, who was their leader until 2011. That's all the place where Arab Spring, if you've already looked through the chapter, Arab Spring, but also where the attack at the embassy on Benghazi was. So definitely there's, again, some stuff there, who are we supporting, etc., in Libya. So Qatar, this shows the map here shows the different Persian Gulf countries. Some of them are very, very tiny, but they're all on oil, so they're usually pretty rich. An exception, of course, on page 542 is Yemen. Yemen is there on the Arabian Peninsula and is quite poor, having a lot of conflicts there, famine. Saudi Arabia, who is a major U.S. ally, there's their flag there on the left. And unfortunately, though, 15 of the 19 9/11 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia, and there's some issues there. Are they giving more rights to women? Are they taking rights away from people, etc.? And their leader is the guy over on 543, Muhammad, or the Crown Prince. They call him Mohammed bin Salman. Sorry about that, MBS. I was going to say. Okay, and then there were a bunch of these protests that started in 2010 called the Arab Spring. They're still going on to some degree, but boy, the countries involved and whatnot, it all throughout the Middle East. And if you look on 544, that poor guy there, this guy, he was a fruit dealer, and he had a little roadside stand kind of thing, and the government came to him and said they needed to take his scale. Well, the scale, this is what this guy needs to have a livelihood, is that he needs to be able to weigh his fruit to pay, tell his customers how much to pay him. And the government said, no, we really need your scale. And so they took it from him. And so later in the day, he lit himself on fire to say this is unfair and I shouldn't have to live in a country like this. And it just sparked protests going all over the Middle East. And so they call it the Arab Spring. When you think about that, they did a lot of that on cell phones. Imagine if Tiananmen Square happened today and they had their cell phones. What kind of things would we see now? Okay, so the packet wraps up over on 545. The notes anyway, the most important thing in this packet, oil. And we'll have some more week 6. So we'll take a little bit of a break because we're going to watch videos and whatnot next week. Okay, thanks for listening. If it's working, let me know. If it's not working, let me know.